Hi, hello, welcome back to UX Shape. This is James Harrell. We're going to continue our mobile prototyping course, the e-commerce application we're building. Okay, so let's go from the beginning again. Well, what we've done let me close all the tabs. We've done the splash screen. We've done the onboarding. We've done the login and sign up landing. We've done the login screen. We've done the forgot password. We've done the sign up. We've done the home screen. So we've done this user journey, so you can see every what the user is going to experience, how they're going to move from one screen to another. We've done that, and we've tested it as well on our mobile app. So what we've done now, we've done the home page, the home screen, and if we preview this page again, I will just preview this, and as I say, I will copy this. No, as I said before, we're not going to use that. We're going to use this link instead, which is the HTML link, because we don't want the sitemap to show anymore. So we're just going to say that, and we can close this tab. So we have our splash screen, and let's see what's going to happen. We have our splash screen, and then we have our stage 1, get started, connect to Facebook, and then we have our login, and if we put our username and password, we log in and we are on our home screen. So what we need to do, we need to do some things. We need to do the menu screen, so that once the user click on this hamburger menu, they can move to the menu screen, and then they can interact with what menu they want to use. So what we need to do, we need to click on this. Remember, last time we created dynamic panel for each of them, so we have to select this first dynamic panel, go into the header dynamic panel, and go into the hamburger menu. We can ungroup this, and then click on this section, and we can ungroup that as well, and then align it properly, and we can just make this a little bit smaller, and we can make sure we align it as well properly. So we can align everything and then group it. So what we did here, mistake, we need to make sure we send this to back, so we can only do this one, align it, group it, and then we need to make sure that we can align it, group it, and we group it here. So let's move this a bit down. Let's just tidy it up a little bit. We have an action shop, we have our menu, and yeah, that is what we have now. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna ungroup it for now. Yeah, so we have this menu bar highline. Okay, so we save that. So what we need to do before we can do the menu, we're gonna make use of dynamic panels again. So watch the dynamic panel tutorial, and this time around we're going to consider the length of the dynamic panel. So we're going to say still 620, the same length. We're going to remove the border, but the width this time we're not going to make it 360. We can make it 300, and let's just, instead of dragging, just change this x-axis to 0 and this y-axis to 0. It goes to the starting position, and then we're just going to make it 310. The idea is that when the user tap on this area, then this menu item is going to be removed. It's going to disappear really. So how do we do that? We need to take this back here and put it somewhere here, and we need to put an interaction on the menu. So we go to the header and we say menu, and we say before we do that, we need to go back to the home page, and let's convert this to dynamic panel first. We've converted the dynamic panel, and then we give it a name, menu. And once we've done that, we can go back to the header, dynamic panel state. It's selected. We click on click, and then we say show, and we say bring to front. So what we want to show the menu, and we type in menu because we have lots of widgets now. We have menu, and then we say show, and we say slide. So we're going to say slide, I think left, and then we're going to click on light box, then we click OK. So let's save that, and let's go back to our home screen, and let's go with the menu screen now that we've created. We just need to make sure that same thing again, x-axis, y-axis, 0, all sorted out. We need to send this to back, because obviously what we want to do, we don't want to show this on page load. And once we click on this menu, the menu area is going to be displayed. So let's refresh it, and let's try and click on menu. So if we click on the menu now, we can see that the menu page has come. If we click here, the menu page goes back. So what we need to do, we will need to put we will need to go to menu, bring it to front, and I'm just gonna do something here. I'll put here another area here and say this one will be here, same length, 620, and we're going to have it transparent. We're going to remove the border, and then we're just gonna leave it so that it's transparent. The user does not know. We can group it together by selecting both of them, and then send it to back. But before we send it to back, let's add interaction to this. What we're doing is that we click on this long shape or long widget that we have. We can say close menu bar, and then what we need to do, we need to put on click event and say hide. And then how do we want it to send back the menu to back. So we say hide, we say menu, we say menu dynamic panel, and we say hide slide right, and we say back menu, and then send to back. So we click OK, and we can save it, preview it. We need to send this to back before we do that. We need to send it to back and then save it. Once we click on this, it shows this. Once we click here, it shows that is different. But what we need to do now, we need to make sure that the menu area is not actually showing. So we need to go back to the menu, bring it to front, and we need to hide this on page load really. So let's preview this. Click on this menu. If we click on this hide, it shows. So we might have to change how it's showing. So instead of sliding let's bring it to front again. So instead of sliding right, we say slide left. And the menu option, we need to go here and say instead of sliding left, we say slide right. All right, so let's just close this, slide right, and that one will be slide left. So let's close it and try it again. Let's see. Right, you see it's showing. We click here, it shows here. So I think we might have to make another changes again. Let's bring the menu out. Let's click this and say slide right. So we just put it here and say okay, and we can hide it once we click refresh. Then we click there and then it's hide. So this is actually working the way we want. They click the menu, everything is sorted out. So now once we have that foundation done already, what we need to do is to now go into the menu. Let's send this to back, the design to back. Now what we need to do is to go into the menu, dynamic panel state. Let's increase the zoom, and we need to design this menu based on our own requirement, what we want, how we want it, and I think it depends on your design choice. So firstly, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a button here, and I'm gonna make this button 50. I'm gonna bring it here, and I'm gonna make it here, and I'm gonna call this button share our app. Share our app. That means the user can share our mobile app to their friends, social media. Remember, in our content, we say we're going to have a share app and everything. So we have this information here. So we can just make this black and make this text white. Change the text to Maven Pro, and we can bold it and save it. We can also remove the border, and we can give this a little bit of shadow, and we can say 020 for the blurriness, and we have this done. So that is it. Another thing we might add the corner radius, and we might make it 2 corner radius, so the button looks a bit pretty. Now we have our menu coming to shape. So the next thing we need to do, all right, the user is going to navigate and they want to actually know what how their menu look like. So we're going to have something like this. We can have something like this. So have the user account. I'm just going to remove this as well, and I'm going to make this shadow. I'm going to remove this X axis. I'm going to make this 2, and I'm going to make this 0. So we have this. So that is our menu, and we need to make sure that we have something here which we could probably make use of. We can say our menu is going to have the user image, so we can have an image here, and we can make this a little bit, and we can make this square. We can give this shadow, We can make the shadow, yeah, perfect. And we can put the username that the user used in signing up, which is I think James Surreal at gmail.com. Then we will select Maven Pro, make this 10, and we can increase this a bit so that we have space around it. So we just have this as this. All right, so we have that done, and we can just maybe move it a bit here. So another thing, we might reduce this a little bit. So what we need to do next, we need to consider, okay, something else. Is there anything that is needed on this top area? So we could say, all right, let's just make it a little bit fancy, and let's just get some things here. Let's get some things here. And we just need to just fancy icon can just be here. We will now have to make this, we group this together, and then we make this and make sure this is align top group, and then select the main box, align center, and this. Okay, so our site is showing up, so we might just make this a little bit dark, so we can say let's make this black and let's make this white. So we have this, so we can give this a little bit of shadow and maybe change the shadow to white, or we can just remove the shadow. Then our menu option, what do we want to have on our menu? Depending on our requirement, we can have things such as the home screen, which the user will go back to the home screen. So what we need to do, we need to have a line, horizontal line, to divide what we are doing. So let's divide this remaining area and make sure that we can have our page laid out properly. So we might want to have it maybe this, change this to gray. And what we might want to do, we might want to have different icons, so which is I think font awesome. The first thing we might need to have, we need to have the home screen icon. So we have this home icon that shows the user, they will go back home. And then we have a text as well, which is going to show a text here which says home. What we just need to do, reduce the font to 20 or 14 or 12, depending on what we want. We can, the icon, we can increase it a bit to 20 or 18. We can make it 16. Let's make it 20, the icon, and let's make it's 110, and let's make it Maven Pro, and let's just make sure we have it here properly, so we can make sure we have it like this. So we have the home screen, we can align it now and we can group it together. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that this is a bit high, so that when the user interacts with it, they are interacting with everything at the same time. So what we might want to do is we might want to You might want to space this. And maybe make this bigger a bit. We can ungroup this and put a center, and then we can group it together before we move it to make sure that it is here. All right, yeah. The reason why we're doing that is so that we can have consistency across everything we're trying to do. So what we just need to do, we just need to probably duplicate it and say, to have more of the menu. We have more menu, which is this. We can now make sure we have more of the menu. We can remove this line for now and put it here. And depending on the menu we want to have, we can have as much menu as we want, but we're just gonna change the name now. So we can have here which could be this could be this could be messages. This could be watch list or watching. This could be my orders. This could be maybe department. We can have here as settings, and we can have here as help and support, which we can make here help and support, and we can say here chat. We can say chat with us. So what we have here, we have this menu already set up. We just need to make sure everything is aligned properly. We align everything, and we can distribute vertically, align middle, and we can see we have everything well structured. So what we might need to do, we might just need to put an icon here to kind of divide it and make sure that things does not look a bit odd. So we just put this here, and we can now have we can have this, we can have this, we can have this, and we can distribute horizontally, and we can align middle. So everything is well laid out now. So that is what we have. In messages, we could have something that shows that we have maybe 10 messages. We can say we have 15 messages, and we can say watching. We can say watching. You can say watching 4 items, and we have the settings and chat with us. Yep, so we have this. So that solves what we need to do. We need to change the icons. So on font awesome, we can go to message, or we go to chat. Let's try and see an icon for message, or let me say text. email. No. Okay, let's search for it then. First we need settings icon, which is this looking for a gear icon, which is this gear for settings. What we want again, help and support. We want another one for watching. Let's say we're watching, so the hi, we're watching something. So let's say we're watching. We have messages. What icon can we use for orders? We have the messages, watching, settings. What do we, for department, we can just have something different for the department. We can say we can use this for the department. And we have the help. Let me type help. Can find support. Let's just scroll down. Just trying to look for the relevant icon that we need to use for chat and help and support. Okay, for the help and support, I think we might just have this question mark. Where is it again? We might have question mark, because help and support, they're asking for questions really, so we might have question mark. And yeah, let's see the size. We're gonna have 10 for each of them, so let's just highlight everything and change it to 10. Is it 10? No, I don't think it's 10.
Back. This is James Herrera from UX Shape. Today we're going to continue our mobile prototyping.
Sorry about that. I'm just recording another video that I'm uploading. So we just need to make sure this is 20. Everything here 20. And we need to delete this message. No, delete this icon here. put it here. Watching, let's ungroup it. Let's delete this watching, put this watching here. Department, let's delete this department and put it here. Settings, let's delete the settings and put the settings here. Question mark for help and support, let's remove this and let's put it here. Alright, so the only thing we are looking for now is the chat with us. So let's see what is the relevant icon for charts. Let's see what Font Awesome has. Chat with us. And then my orders, we don't have icon for orders as well, so I think what we might need to do, chat with us, we don't have that. Alright, so what we need to do, let's just get something just for testing purposes. Obviously you can have different icon for specifically for chat, so we just make use of we can make use of this for the chat. I know it's not ideal, it's for comment, but we can't find any one now, and we can put it here. So what do we need next? We need for orders. So alright, let's just use card as orders. We can say this is 20 as well again, and we can remove this and put this here. So we have that sorted out. So what we need to do, let us ungroup all of them, and actually let me make sure this is, I'm still gonna put them back. I just want to put them here for now, and we can highlight everything here, make sure it's distributed, align center horizontally, and we can have each of these done properly. So we can go back and make this actually let's bring these ones to the front first. So we kind of make this one here, bring it front, so that when we use this it will be on the front. All right, so let's just highlight all these ones back, and let's all right, so we have them here, and we can now say this. So our menu is getting into shape, and we understand now that we have this menu sorted. Yeah, so what we need to do, let's just do final adjustment, alignment to this page here. In fact, let's make sure what we need to do. Let's bring this down a bit, yeah, and let's click each of them now, and then we can make sure we have them. So, perfect. So our menu item is sorted out now. So once the user click on home screen, they go back to home screen. So let's just add that alignment to it. So we say home screen, they go back to home screen, which shows for us. So let's test this out. Click home screen and go back to home screen. So but this item, let's remove these numbers. Let's scroll. Let's click this. We have this done. Perfect. We have home. Perfect. So now the same thing, we just had messages to read. So I'll just create dummy pages for now using one page. So just let me create pages for these messages, and I will put it. I'll put the splash screen stuff here as well in the messages, so that I just know it's a message, and we can have it CC horizontal. So I'm just going to duplicate this page to different pages that we have. So I'll put here and say messages. Let's go back to our menu state, and from here I'm going to duplicate this page. I'll say duplicate page to what do we want to duplicate this page? We can say watching, and just going to duplicate this page again to orders, and then I'm going to duplicate this page again to department, and then I'm going to duplicate this page to settings, and then duplicate this page to help and support, and I'm gonna duplicate this page again to chat with us. So in subsequent tutorial, we're going to have different screens for chat, for messages, for help and support, so that the user can interact with it. Like I said, this prototype it's a complete e-commerce application prototype that you're going to use, and you can show your developers how they can actually build your mobile app prototype. So I'm just going to close all this tab because so many tabs have been open now, and let's just make sure we have all our pages done. Now we have here, let me make this 150. We have here as watching, we have here as orders, we have here as department, we have here as settings, we have here as help and support, and we have the page here which is a chat with us. So we have chat with us. All right, so we save that and we close it. We close Alt tab, click this little arrow here, and then Alt tab. So let's go back to our home screen and let's go back to our menu option, and let's now link the pages with this. So we click pages and say open link. Where do we want to open the link? We want to open it on messages, and we want this as well to open watching. We want this as well to open my order. So order, we want this to open department. We want this to open settings page or settings screen. We want this to open our help and support. And we want this to open our chat with us. So now let's save this and let's preview our work. We go to Actual, click this, and if we see our cursor is showing this hand thing, and we can click on this, it goes to each of the page. So navigating through each of the page, we will need to create how the page is going to look like, what is going to be the header of the page, and how our user can interact with each of this page. So final test again that we need to do. Let's just test from the beginning. Yeah, because of some mobile app don't want you to log out of their application, it's going to be difficult. So we're going to put a logout session here, which is going to show the user they can log out, but it will be in the settings page. So far so good. Our tutorial is going as planned. Let's say splash splash screen.html. We have our action shop. We have our state 1, state 2, login with Facebook. If we can, yeah, we can log in with Facebook or sign up with your email. Don't have email, login. If it's not correct, it shows an error. If it's correct, we're not going to bother testing that. Let's just put the real details. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We say login, and we have this. Then we can do this, and we can move this. So the next page, the next tutorial we're going to work on this search, and also we're going to work on the shopping cart. If the basket is empty, how we can design a good empty basket page. So we're going to click this, and everything is well laid out. We might need to adjust this later because they are not aligned properly. So let me just quickly go back to the home screen menu, and we can make this, yeah, it's fine. So that's what we can do. So I hope you've been able to enjoy this tutorial so far. If you have any question, any comment, give me a message. Also, if you've been enjoying this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And in our next tutorial, as I said, we're going to be working on the search and on the empty cart. Before we kind of progress towards this review kind of app, we have a button now on our menu screen where the user can share the app with their friends. and we can also do pop-up as well for the mobile app. So what we can cover, we'll try to cover, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a complete series of developing a mobile prototype for our e-commerce action shop. um, Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you shortly. Bye.